welcome back to our channel, guys, and welcome to this week's vlog. Today I plan on doing hopefully some pole work with Happy. Again, my phone's being dumb. I plan on doing some pole work with Happy. I'm wanting to set up a I think a one stride like thing, like 3 poles and 1 stride in between them. And the crop has been going really well. I really wish that my chin wasn't so in the sun. All right, the crop has been going really well. I feel like he's still kind of getting a little bit confused with what I'm asking. He's had some instances where he basically goes back to thinking that it means canter and go very fast. But he's starting to understand a little bit more that it just means I want more drive and more impulsion, and also not to have to kick him every 5 strides. So that's been going really well though. So Tuesday we had a pretty long ride where like I was gone last weekend. So we had a pretty long ride on Tuesday that just kind of reminded him what that means, what the crop means, and what my leg means. And now I've gotten to a point that like I basically ask gently with my legs for him to move forward. If he doesn't respond, then it's like a hard squeeze, a cluck, and my crop, and we go forward. And it's gotten to a point that on Thursday when I rode after our hard ride on Tuesday, that he was listening better to my leg and I wasn't having to use the crop as much. So I think he's starting to really understand it. I think he just is going to have phases of like thinking that it just means go fast. And I honestly think that's partially like the anxiety and the fear that he has around the crop, that I think any probably horse has a healthy fear of a crop. So yeah, I think we're making progress there, and I think it's going really well, and I've only been using it for like a week or 2 weeks now. I have a couple barn chores I have to do. I'm sorry about my chin. That I need to fill his hay ball. I have a large bucket. I don't know if you can see it in the back seat. I have a large bucket that there was a heat wave last week, and he has a very, very small, not a very, very small, but a small like auto waterer bowl. And I just don't feel like it's enough water. And then somebody who boards next to him also mentioned that the water heats up in the summertime. So like in the middle of the day, the water's hot because it's a metal auto waterer. So she has a bucket, like a muck bucket. And I found this muck bucket at Aldi for $10, which was amazing because I was going to order it from Ace Hardware. And Ace and Smart Pack and Walmart, it was all like $35. And I swear this is like the same like plastic thickness as what I would get for a muck bucket that I would get at Ace. So hopefully he doesn't destroy it, but if he does, oh well, it's $10. I'll buy a new one. So I'm going to fill that with the hose that's by his neighbors. I have a hose and a pipe splitter that I'll put in once I get it out of storage, which actually is coming next week. We're moving in next week. So I'll get that out of storage, but for now I'll fill it up mostly halfway and see if I can drag it into the stall. So that could be entertaining to watch. And then after that, we'll just get ready for our ride, and hopefully we have a good ride today and it's not too hot or there's not too many people out. It looks pretty uncrowded right now. So yeah, let's get to Happy, who is right over there.
And there's the handsome. Oh, good boy. I already gave you a carrot, silly boy. All right, and here's his bucket. Got his smart comb pellets I'm gonna pull out. That fell, we gotta screw it in. All right, let me clean your buckets.
Okay, well I forgot to film before, but you can see how green it is. So I'm trying to clean as best I can, but honestly the stuff is really in here. And then, of course, this bucket down here is just disgusting. And he's just standing there looking like he's in pain. Are you in pain? What are you doing, Hap? He's like wanting to get out of here. That's what I'm doing. Okay, so Happy's bucket's disgusting and the scrub's not working. So I'm letting it soak for a little bit. And then I'm going to fill this up now and attempt to drag it in there. Should I put it in there first and then... Yeah, he says, yeah, put it in first, and then I'll fill it. Okay, let me do that. I think he likes it. I know, you can get a nice good drink. Let's not bite my finger, please. Thank you. Let's not bite my finger. Not looking forward to dragging this over there, but I'm glad you're happy with it. Yeah. Okay, well, it's not gonna have a hose in it. No, Happy! Okay, so I tracked it, as you can see, all the way over here. That actually cleaned up pretty good. It's not as green. That's better than what it was. My fear with this is he likes to bite buckets, so I think he's gonna probably break this eventually. Hopefully not in the next 2 days. And these ropes, I think he's gonna chew on them. But I'll be back out tomorrow, so if he does do something dumb like that, I'll see it and I can take care of it. So I'm hopeful that he doesn't break this. I probably need to buy a second one as a backup. But yeah, so we'll eventually get a hose to go where that hose is, that hose, and then split it. So some will go into the auto waterer, and then a hose will go to this. And that way he'll have both things, and he can get a long drink out of this, and then that'll just be the quote-unquote fresh water that he gets on a daily basis. So I'll probably just fill this up when I'm out. But yeah, I guess I'll go get all my stuff put away and tack up. It's hot, and dragging that thing was very hard, so I'm a little out of breath.
Okay, he's ready. Beautiful. Oh, wow. Really shiny in that light. Let's go over here. Handsome boy. We went with some boots today since I'm going to work over poles. I don't want him to hit his legs. We all know how not careful he can be. All right, let's put your bridle on.
Alright, well, this ride started out pretty good. Did not realize the sunset was so beautiful behind us. I didn't even notice it, which is crazy to say, but I didn't notice the sunset until after our ride, and I'm noticing now that it was gorgeous during the ride. Happy was really good. He came out really fresh, and like I said in the intro to this video, he's really starting to understand the crop and the leg better, and he's not getting as fast and quick as he was doing. He's kind of understanding that the crop means give me a little more as opposed to just go as quickly as possible. So I was really happy with his warm up. I'm still dealing with a little bit of his getting a little absent-minded and wanting to focus into the marsh area over there, or if anything else is going on around the arena, he kind of mentally wanders off, but it's nowhere near what it used to be, and he's doing much better with that. So I really was quite pleased with this warm up and really happy with how he settled into the work pretty easily. Also, I need to post a picture in this video of him with his chin. So I always thought that that was like him holding his chin down was like he was in pain or something during this ride, but there's actually a photo I have of him when he was racing where he was doing the same thing. So I literally think that's his concentration face. So as you can see, getting him ahead of my leg with the crop has made our transitions to canter so much better. So I don't think I've ever had a walk to canter on him, at least ride I've ever recorded, that has looked that nice. So I was super, super happy with that, and I will come back in and talk about the jumping because I think I'm going to go into using the poles in the next part of this video. So I have found by going back to doing poles and lowered fences or just elevated poles that it's really hard for me to even see a distance to poles. So I'm really happy with going back and starting over and just doing courses with poles and a lot of pole work because I think it's going to really help my eye and help me to get happy over them. And if we make mistakes like you just saw, it's not like it's a big deal because it's just a pole and he may trip, but it's not a big deal. This was probably the third time we went through this as like a put together course. I think I was doing little pieces like you just saw, and then I finally put everything together. Actually, this may have been the first time I put everything together. And I was really pleased with him just because when I used to ride at Stephanie's, I had a hell of a time getting him to canter an entire course, and he was always cross-firing and having an issue keeping the canter, not being able to be strong enough to each element of the course. And while I know these are just little poles and a small jump, I was so happy that he was able to get through it, and I was able to keep a pretty even canter pace, and we got our leads correct, and there wasn't a lot of fussing on his end. So I was really happy with that. The only thing that started happening after this was he was starting to fall in to the inside when he came around to the fence. So you can already see him bulging out of his left shoulder to the fence and not really wanting to listen to any of my advice on where we should go when we turn. And then that led to this, like pacing around here and motorcycling to get to the next pole. And I decided that that would be what we would work on a little bit with this ride, is getting him to be straighter through the fence to the jump. So straighter to the corner, to the jump, and then into the corner. Okay, so after I realized that he was not going to be easily molded around that corner at the canter, I decided to just approach it at the trot, and that ended up working out better because I was able to really control his shoulders and his hips better, even though here he's still kind of facing off into the marsh and wanting to get a little bit uneven with how he was moving. It was easier for me to keep him under control. If I was cantering, he would have just totally blown past what I was asking and gotten stiff and basically cantered through it. So here I was able to collect him in the corner and kind of take the takeoff spot that I wanted out of the corner, which was I was trying to give him a couple more strides out of that corner, and he just didn't want to do it at the canter. So we cantered straight to this fence. He was really good. I didn't have any fight on his end to turn right at that point, and so we ended on that and did a little bit of trotting to kind of calm him down mentally and cool out.
Where are we going? You gonna look at that? Okay. All right, so we had a really good ride. He was super good. He's snorting at something dumb. You'll see as we walk past it. It's the poles on the mounting block. He said that wasn't there before. Come on, man. We're gonna cool out now. No, we're gonna cool out now. Mister, I'm allergic to cooling out. Take you under the trees with me. Okay. So, super good today. A little bit spicy, but I'm okay with spicy as long as he's not dead to my leg. And I'm gonna do the split rein Western style, I think. So I can get a little more control. Okay, so he was very good.
he rode really, really well. He was only a couple times was he a little bit not on my leg, but we worked that out. Jumping, he was good, just got a little too ahead of himself and wanting to cut corners. So we worked a little bit on that, and I think that got a little bit better at the end. Anyway, sorry, there was stranger danger. Come on, keep, oh, we're pooping. So yeah, he was really good. Couldn't have asked for better. I rode not for as long as I normally do because it's getting dark. I took my time because it was hot, but I'm glad I did because I feel like we were able to ride a little bit better because we weren't hot. So anyways, yeah, that was our ride. We did really what I wanted to do and more, and I'm gonna hose him down now and head home once he cools out a little bit. There is nothing in there that you need to worry about. So I don't know if I said this on the vlog, but I totally made fun of him for spooking at this cluster of bushes, which we're spooking at right now. But then the other day, I saw 2 bobcats go in there. So now I feel like a jerk for making fun of him because clearly he smelled the bobcats in there. But yeah, anyways. Let me cool him out and then I'll say bye. Alright, we're just cooling out. On this lovely evening. You don't need to say hi to any of these ponies, even though they're super cute. Just walk a little bit and cool down. Yeah, good boy. Oh, itch. Alright, we got a nice, gross banana for the good boy. Yeah, here you go. I think you can eat the peel on it today because they're getting riper. Too ripe for me. You're a good boy. You did so good today. Say goodbye. Thanks for watching, everyone. I hope you guys enjoyed today's vlog. Hopefully I can get this out this week. Thank you guys so much for watching and supporting us. I really appreciate all of you. Happy. That mouth. Is that a good banana? Oh, it's the best banana. Don't choke on it.